So I've been tracking this bear just based off his 210 to 290 weight estimate, and he is 20 to 23, 230 to 260. Hello and welcome back to the Hunter Classic. So today we're here on Settler Creeks for another trophy hunting video, and mainly what we're after this hunt are roosevelt elk and black bear. We have two bear spots obviously we need to fill, and a lot of the large plaques still that we need to fill. So roosevelt elk definitely for those, and then whitetail and feral hog for the small plaques. I think there's 3 of those left, and we could do rabbits as well. I think we have one rabbit slot, which would be right here. There's maybe another one that I'm missing, but yeah, that is the main targets for this hunt. I'm really not even worried about turkey. We got the 2 really nice turkey last time we were here, so I'll probably pretty much ignore any turkey that I hear. But I brought the 8x57, the reverse draw crossbow, and the 44 custom, which I've never used before, so we'll definitely get some use out of that. So we're almost to this tower, and we're pretty much surrounded by animals. We got a gobbler on the right, and I'm not even sure what on the left, but I have to think it's elk, because I believe I can hear multiple of them walking. But we're going to get up here and take a look. There's also a hen on the right, apparently, so we should have a solid like 5 animals around, because I'm thinking this whatever footsteps back here is like a group of 3. It doesn't sound like 5, but we'll find out here in just a second. But my luck to say we're going to ignore the turkeys. The gobbler was the first thing I heard for the hunt, and he was right beside the tower, so actually that probably helped, because otherwise I likely would have spooked the elk, because I was already crawling in, or what I'm guessing are elk, and they are. And actually there's a pretty good one. 3 back tines, 315 to 360. We'll actually see what else we got around here. A couple of really sad elk, 35 to 80 or whatever that said, 25 to 70. Actually should give these guys another call, because it looks like they're leaving. And while we're doing that, I'll see if I can get eyes on our turkey, which really wasn't all that hard. We'll see if this guy's anything decent though. 42.55, I'm not even going to worry about that. We'll just get our elk coming in and take the big one with the bow. So these other elk are pretty much underneath us. I think we should take the biggest one with the bow. He's around probably 35 meters. And he is down. I can't imagine the turkeys stayed. I don't actually hear them flying away. They might have just walked off, but the gobbler wasn't that special anyway, so I think we'll just go grab our male. I wanted to see what direction those guys ran in, because I'm going to kind of avoid just following them and pushing them along. Maybe I'll end up shooting another one of the males at some point, but I'm going to try to pretty much avoid them, because we know we're not getting any wall hangers out of that group anymore. We just got this guy, but I think he's like probably 340s anyway with the 3 back tines. We'll find out here in a second. 345, definitely not bad. I think the max for him was like 360, so we'll definitely take that. Definitely can't complain about starting off with a wall hanger, so we'll take our trophy shot and send this guy to the lodge. And we will continue on. Actually, I didn't show you guys where we're going yet. So obviously we spawned here at the lodge and came up as far as this tower. I think from here what I'm going to do is actually kind of follow where those elk went down and pay this bear barrel a visit. We'll see if there's anything decent there. And from there I'm going to loop down this side. I have a decent amount of success with elk going down this way, and then at some point, I don't know when things start to get to where we're not really getting any animals, we're going to fast travel back to this tent, or maybe even the lodge, to save camping supplies, and then pay this bear barrel a visit. And after that, it's just a matter of how many harvests we have and stuff. If we have enough, we'll probably just end it there. If not, we'll have to go somewhere else. So I had a gobbler call while I was walking down here, and there's actually 2 pretty nice ones. I wish I had a shotgun, but I'm going to have to take one with the bow. I'm just trying to get the estimate on this one to see. He's 55 to 70. The one in front of me is up to 65. I really should have paid closer attention to the range on the back one, but we're going to go for it. And I saw feathers, so we did hit him, and he is down. I'm not really sure which one was bigger. I really don't see, with a max of 70, him topping 68, but he is a decent one. I just don't know how he could possibly end up in the lodge. But the one reason that I said... Ooh, my game froze there for a second. The one reason that I said that I would avoid turkeys is because they take forever to go in, and I probably waited a good 15 minutes for these. That hog track, if it wasn't an hour old, I would probably track it up to 205 kilograms, but let's see what this guy scores. 63, definitely not a bad one. So I think the turkeys might have gotten close enough to the barrel while fleeing that they actually spooked the bears, because I had one running away that I saw, and this one 17 to 21, 200 to 230 kilograms. It's hard to say if that's going to be one worth mounting. I think I'm only going with 20 plus at this point, since we've got two that are already 20 in the lodge. But if we can get to a position we can actually get a decent shot at this guy, and that probably will work, I think we'll go for it. If I could get centered. Hopefully that's going to be a decent hit. Might try to put a follow-up shot at him if he presents it. He might have actually gone down, though, because I don't see that he got up out of there. But I'm actually going to check the tracks here around the barrel and see if there was anything else decent. By the way, I don't know if this is even a decent spot for the barrel. I just put one here. Also, those feral hog were right down here by the barrel. The biggest one was only up to like 10, 20 or something, so I'm not too worried about that. I did get to spot him. But let's see if this bear actually went down. It was a lung shot, so he must have. And I think that he is down right there. So if he's 20 plus, we'll mount him. Otherwise, we'll just continue. But we'll find out here now what he scores. 18.5, definitely not quite what we're looking for. So from here, we're going to head over. I might actually change our path a bit. I think I'm going to go up and around that tower area and then go down. For two reasons. Last time I hunted up there, I did have a herd of male elk, and also I think that's where I got my biggest non-typical whitetail on this map, so why not try it again? So we've got a whitetail doe coming in. She was just directly the way I wanted to go, and there's no point in just spooking her and potentially spooking other animals, so we're just going to take her out with the reverse draw. Can't really see her very good, but she is down. So yeah, we're starting to get to where I wanted to hopefully hunt elk. I'm actually not real familiar with this map, so I don't necessarily know if we're going to really run into any elk going down here, but hopefully that's the case. I'd like to get one more over 300 to mount in the lodge, and then after that, I'm pretty much just worried about bear and whitetail, and actually the other barrel could definitely have both over there, so we'll see. We've got our first whitetail buck of the hunt, 95 to 120. Definitely not anything special, but I think he'll work for our first 44 custom harvest. I don't even know what this gun sounds like, to be honest, but I'm definitely going to let him stop if he will. There we go. Not really the sound I expected. I've heard it before, but I couldn't remember exactly what it sounded like. But yeah, first 44 custom harvest. A probably like 100 scoring whitetail buck. 105. And you can see the first 44 custom harvest in the top left there. And we'll continue on. The good thing is there are elk here, but unfortunately this is just a female. But I was hoping to find elk over here, and hopefully we'll be able to get a male or two going down here as well. But as has been the case, I think a couple of times this hunt, she's just kind of in my way, so I have to take her out. The other option would be to just spook her and potentially spook other animals in front. So just taking her out and moving on. But we'll just see where we hit her, I guess, quickly first. Neck bone, lung, liver, and intestine. That reverse draw crossbow's got a lot of power behind it. But yeah, we're heading down the eastern side of the map now. So at some point we're going to be going over to that other bear barrel, but I guess it depends on how this goes. We've got another pretty average whitetail buck here, 105 to 130 score estimate, and I think we'll use the 44 custom again. We'll see if maybe we can catch him in the heart. I don't like that so much when he's walking, though. Never mind. Went for like neck bone and maybe lung if we could catch it, but we're probably actually above the lungs. Maybe not. That does look like lung blood, so accomplished what I was going for. Let's see what he scores and move on, because he's clearly not wall hanger material. 112 for him, just a bit bigger than the last one, and we'll continue heading south. So I've been tracking this bear just based off his 210 to 290 weight estimate, and he is 20 to 23, 230 to 260. That should be good enough for the lodge. I'd just like to actually get a shot in him. He's really not in a very good spot. I think we can probably squeeze one in, though. I hope that wasn't too high. I really wasn't going to be able to be prone here in the field. And I'm not that high level with this 8x57, but hopefully we were able to clip a lung. I'm not sure that a body hit would take down a black bear using the 8x57. It probably could, maybe if it was shoulder blade, but We'll see what we got for blood. Hopefully it's going to be lung and he's not going to go far, because that should be one that's worth going in the lodge. And at that point, we would only need one more, and I've not even gone to the other barrel we have set up. So there's definitely a chance, as long as we do end up getting this guy, that we can fill the lodge in terms of bears. And unfortunately, it is a body hit. I kind of thought that we hit too high, so we'll see if he goes down, but if not, we should be able to find him and put another shot in him. Looks like our bear is still running. Let's see if we can get another hit in him. It's definitely not enough to kill him what we have now. We might have hit him again. He was really starting to escape there, but hopefully that's going to be, even another body hit might be enough to bring him down. So luckily that second shot, even though it was just body, was enough to bring down our bear, so we are going to be able to add a second animal to our lodge from this hunt. I'm hoping he's going to be like a solid 21 and a half, maybe 22, because I think that would make him the biggest one that we have, but I do think we might have one that's colored the same as he is. I'm not sure. 238 kilograms and 20.5. Not quite what I was hoping for, but I think he's big enough. I think this will work. Got the barrel of the gun going through the bear's mouth there. So he is bear number 3 for our trophy lodge. And we are way down here now. I think we'll hunt a bit more heading over this way. I'd like to get 1 or 2 more harvests before we head up to the other bear barrel. So we've got another not too special whitetail buck, 100 to 125. But I was on the trail of an 85 to 100, so we're going to take this guy. I wonder if that's the 85 to 100 grunting. That would be him. And unfortunately, he's not that far away. I don't know if I can get away from this other one enough that we can get the 85 to 100. I can't tell if he's got me spotted or if he's just... because it looks like he's looking at me, but maybe if I go down here... I might be... yeah, I think I'm out of sight enough, and that's why he's walking again. But the point is, I got to get around him, and he is still coming to the call, of course, so I don't know if this is going to happen. And I really don't want to track this 85 to 100 anymore, so we're going to try to get eyes on him and at least know if he's worth continuing to track. So I can hear the 85 to 100 kilogram buck walking. I'm going to grab the 8x57 because if I make a poor shot, I want him to go down. He's not all that special anyway. 115 to 140. We'll use the 44 custom again then, just since it's a new gun for me. So he is down. I want to go get one more harvest, I think, before we go to the other bear barrel. But 131 for this guy. So we've got our first decent buck of the hunt, 135 to 160. I don't know if he's quite worth putting on the wall, but we'll see what he scores if we can get him here with the reverse draw crossbow. And actually he's going to walk a bit closer, so we'll let him do that and get into a bit of a better position to actually get a shot. He should be pushing 20 meters, so we'll go for the shot there. And he is down. I think like 150 is probably worth taxidermizing, mainly for the reason that I want to get that lodge filled and move on to the next lodge and the next set of maps for this series. So if this guy tops 150, I think he's worth putting in the lodge. And I'm not sure, he might be a 6x6. And if that's the case, he might not even reach 150, but we'll see. 145, I don't think that's quite worth putting in the lodge. I had tracks from like 3 or 4 other whitetail bucks, and I think I'm just going to walk my way up to the barrel from here because I had those tracks. They were all old tracks going south, but I think at some point they likely would have walked into the water like that and ended up north of us. And that is exactly why I wanted to walk it. We might get 2 or 3 of them going this way. We've got 2 bears here, just 2 females, nothing really special at all. I think we'll just take the front one, and then what I'm probably going to do is just fast travel to a tent that I'm not even sure which one yet. I haven't looked, and just see if we can get one more animal, because I was really hoping for a decent bear here, and clearly we're not getting that. But our bear is down. That one's really not moving that fast. I better not. I'll end up with another body shot like the one earlier, and it's just for a female, so it's not worth having to run around and track her. But we'll go grab this one, and then I'll look on the map and see where we're going to fast travel to. And by the way, the whitetail buck that grunted, I think that was the... yeah, right after we shot the 145. He ended up spooking because he was sleeping, but he was small anyway, so I was not really worried about tracking him down. He was probably at best like 110. But here is our bear. Left lung and stomach shot, 13.8 score. And let's see where we're going to fast travel to. We haven't actually gone... I'm going to clear all that. We haven't actually gone to this tent yet. I've pretty much been to all the other areas except for the far south, and I don't want to use that much camping supplies. So let's go here. Let's see if there's anything around. So I did not have any call when I got here to the tent, but I did see a rabbit run off. And I have 1.6 to 2 kilograms on the track. So I've got the 10 gauge with birdshot. We are not messing around to try to get this female rabbit. Actually, I was going to say to try to get this guy, but it would be a female. And I'm guessing it's probably hiding up here around the fence, or maybe it went a bit further. You can see that is where the fleeing track is. And what's likely going to happen is it's going to take off, and I'm just going to probably fire blindly into some grass, or I can see it. Well, that's pretty much what happened. I think, yeah, we did get it. So I'm saying 1.7 plus it'll be worth mounting. And 1.7 it is. I'll take a 1680. So we've got our 1680 cottontail, which we just had there with the 10 gauge. He is the last of these small round platforms, so anything else we have for the small animals on these 3 reserves is just improving upon what we already have. Our 345 elk, which actually was the first harvest of the video and the best harvest of the video, if you ask me. Can't complain about starting off with the best, but I usually like to end with a good kill. I guess the 1680 rabbit ended up in here, so not terrible. But yeah, I'm glad we got a 300 plus elk, because I really didn't want a lodge filled with all the large plaques being buffalo and bantang. So I think we're going to be here on Settlers one more time, and we can hopefully get at least one more 300 plus elk, and we'll probably have another buffalo and bantang in here, because I think we'll probably be on Pickabeen Bay again once as well. And then of course our 20.5 black bear, which is apparently a chocolate, and I think one of these two is a chocolate. Yeah, that one is over there, our 20.21.3. So yeah, we've got one more bear slot, a lot more of the large plaques, and a few more of the deer plaques. And by the way, I did start on the Rusa and Sandbar thing. I said I might have that kind of before this video. That is probably going to be before the next video. I have a Rusa deer. I'm not going to say what it scored, but it's not bad. I need to get a Sandbar still, so I'll be working on that hopefully before the next trophy hunting video. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.